All right, here we go. Salute to Knicks Nation on this Tuesday afternoon. Another edition of KFTV Live. NBA Finals debrief week. We can't get enough. I told you guys we were going to dissect this thing all summer long. And on today's show, a special one because he's our friend, diehard Knicks fan, and legendary NBA photographer. He was there in Game 5 to capture the Knicks series-clinching championship victory, 53 years in the making. And we're going to talk about some of his favorite photos from the Knicks playoff run. So tap in with our guy, the legend, Nathaniel Butler is in the building. Hit the like button, hit the share button, subscribe to the channel. Salute to the Fanchise channel members, and salute to the Replay gang. All right,
thanks for having me, man.
Absolutely. You know, I was waiting all playoffs the right time to bring you back on, and the right time came right after this championship.
What a crazy run it's been, man. A truly special team, special group of guys, the whole from top to bottom.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Talk me through it. Game 5, where are you on the court? What's your reaction? Brunson's going in, 15 points in the fourth. I mean, take me through your thoughts and emotions at that time.
You know what? It's hard for me. Obviously, you mentioned it. I'm a Knicks fan, but I can't let that cloud my ability to do my job.
Yeah.
You know, so it's hard. I gotta stay dialed in. I can't miss anything. I gotta stay in the moment. But the crazy thing was, first half, Spurs were up, I want to say 13, maybe 15 at one point. But at no point during that Game 5 did I think Spurs were going to win the game. You know, after Game 4 craziness, they've been coming from behind. I just look up at the clock, see how much time is left. Jalen's doing his thing. OG's doing his thing. Mitch gets a rebound. Like, the resiliency of this team is truly special. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, and that to me is the identity that they developed over this season. When so many were questioning, like, who is this team? They're such a Jekyll and Hyde group. Are they an offensive group? Are they a defensive group? You saw throughout the season, but in both areas, they rose and then they dipped. But especially as the season finished and then as they head into the playoffs, that grit was there, man. That resiliency was strong.
Obviously, Jalen is the captain. He's the leader. But to a man, everyone stays in their lane. It's a team game. Everyone stays in their lane. Everyone had their moments. Everyone digging deep. Josh getting a key rebound. Shamet early on hitting big threes in different series, big games. Like OG doing what he does. Like, truly a unbelievable team game. Cat sacrificed a lot. He's an offensive player,
yeah,
but he was tasked with guarding Wemby, focusing more defensively, pulling Wemby out from the bench. Like, literally just an amazing team win throughout the whole entire playoffs.
The Brunson fourth quarter. I mean, you've covered a number of NBA Finals. The Brunson fourth quarter, 15 points, 45 points in a game clincher against one of the best defenses, top 3 defenses in the entire league. You've seen them all. You've seen a ton. Where do you stack that one?
No, it's up there because he's a leader. He's not going to be out there hooting and hollering and getting in people's face. That's not who he is. He's like, climb aboard, guys. Get on my back, and just willing, not gonna allow the team to lose. You know, people say it was a sloppy game, whatever, but it's a tough game. The mental and physical toughness. These guys are NBA players. Everyone is an athletic freak. When someone gets dialed in and wants to play defense, it's not like a game in January or February. It's the playoffs. Going into the final, it's a very, very different game. And to a man, I think the Knicks' mental toughness, mental resiliency is what separates them from from literally every other team now in the league.
Yeah, that's how I see it as well, especially in a league as talented as this, especially when it becomes to the greats, the Michaels, the Kobes, the LeBrons. It's their ability to see the game, slow it down, and be 2 steps ahead, reading the defense and executing at a high level. I mean, you've got the best of the best guarding you, triple coverage, and for Jalen at 6'1", the way that he's been able to manipulate that defense in the fourth quarter, it was just absolutely magical, man.
No, he's so smart. He's intelligent. The way he plays, and I think for him, like you mentioned, they always say for the greats, the game does slow down. They're thinking 3 steps ahead. I'm not a huge stat guy per se. Don't recall Jalen making too many turnovers in the last month of the season, right? Won the game or it's just the mental fortitude, the mental toughness, knowing to do things, when to do things. And I think it's difficult for a point guard because guys could get greedy. He could score whenever he wants. Right. We know that. But you have to manage the game. You have to manage the pace of the game. And there are times like that game, people weren't shooting well, and it's just like, okay, guys, like we're not losing this game. Like I said, climb aboard, let's go. And his intellect about the game, about people, about relationship is truly unparalleled.
Yeah, it's that switch. I always talk about that switch. And it's difficult at times because as knowing that he is the best scorer on the team, it's easy to say, hey, let me just do this every night. But you got to get your teammates involved, get them some confidence. That way they can play some defense and everybody's working together. But on a night like Game 5, when the Spurs defense, I mean, you couldn't crack the code, at least for that first quarter. They were very staunch and stingy. So for him to flip that switch, especially in the second quarter, they started to chip away a little bit. I said that, that's Jalen knowing that switch. Like, my guys might not have it tonight, but hey, the trophy's in the next room. I'm not going home without it.
Yeah. And that's that. It's just the unwillingness to lose.
Yeah.
And and I think that's why New York has embraced this team so much, because of that grit. They talk about New York grit, and that's a real thing.
Real.
We're New Yorkers. It's a grind, whether you're taking the subway into work, the train, sitting in traffic. It's a grind. These guys are so relatable because of the grind of what they do. We all know the season's a long season. You could have some bad games. I said January, February, it's a grind. But that prepares you for these things like the finals. The minutes, people talk about the minutes, like it becomes a psychological thing. You play through pain, you play through injuries, you play a lot of minutes. That's the grind. And your body adjusts to that, you mentally adjust to that, you fight through that, and that's New York to a core, And it's just so awesome.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And what I found to be interesting with his story was that for so many years, at least from when I was following team, from the Patrick years on up, it was always about who's going to be the next savior, the next superstar. We're always looking for the guy who was already tailor-made that was going to come in here and save us. And Jalen comes in, he says, I'm not going to be the savior. That was his first day in the press conference. I'm not the savior. I'm just going to take it one step at a time. But we saw him evolve into the superstar that this team needed. He grew into that role and took us to the championship.
Yeah, and I think he had a vision. The front office had a vision. I know Leon Rose and Wes and Rick Brunson go way back. I think that Rick was Leon's first client. Way back. There's a South Jersey connection with everyone. And to have, they talk about organizations and things, to have everyone on the same page is not easy. They had a plan and they executed the plan. And obviously Jalen is is the principle of that. But like I said earlier, it's a team game. He took less money on his contract to get teammates around him. They have different pieces. It's truly remarkable what has transpired.
I had asked you prior to coming on to select. I know this is difficult because you take thousands of photos in a game, but I said let's take maybe 5 or so and to comment on. And the first one I pulled up was certainly a memorable moment for everybody watching at home, and that was that embrace between Jalen and his father Rick, right at the buzzer, right along the baseline there, or the sideline there rather. Big moment between father and son.
It's just crazy. Like, I got excited. My son hit a home run in Little League, and I'm hooting and hollering on the sideline. If you're a parent, you can relate to that, you know. But to go to work with your son, I was fortunate enough to work in my dad's business when I was growing up. You develop a special bond, you know. And basketball, my dad was a fisherman. I went to work with him 3:30 in the morning every morning. You want to talk about a grind and a work ethic? That was it, you know. But we would be in the trenches. Could sometimes be yucking it up. Other times go hours without speaking, but knowing what each other was going to do, our roles. And I see from afar Jalen and his dad, that relationship, you know. And it was just a cool, not the best, you know, photograph per se, but something like that touches you. It touches me as a parent, you know.
Yeah.
And I love those kind of moments are truly, truly special.
For sure. I always like to see dads in their glory, you know, as a dad myself, because like you said, just like, you know, your kid is in Little League or any type of accomplishment that they're making, a graduation, there's a feeling inside that, you know, you just, sometimes you really can't describe. And so I'm sure for Rick to see that and all the hard work, the blood, sweat, and tears, you know, the video of him and Jalen out there on the playground to see his son reach the pinnacle. I mean, that has got to be an out-of-body experience.
Yeah, I can't even imagine what they're feeling. And like you said, as a parent, you feel differently about your children, no doubt about it.
Yeah, for sure. Now there's another picture here. This one was at the Garden, and this is Jalen looking at that left hand like he typically does. Was this game? Which game was this in particular? Do you remember?
You know what? That was game 4. He did a crazy move up and over Wemby, and it was an and one, like one of his, like, beat his man 2 dribble floater kind of thing, and then, you know, just looking like that. I love that moment, and that's taken on a lot of significance now because you can see the like Knicks in 5.
Knicks in 5.
You know, I've seen my photo on shirts and stuff all over the place already. You know, and like I said, Jalen's not the kind of guy that be running up and down the court hooting and hollering, but you could feel his emotion, you could feel his presence, you know, and just looking like that, I can feel that.
Yeah,
you know?
Absolutely, man. You know, Stephon Marbury, he always calls it that shooter's bounce. Like when you're just in that zone, and he was in some type of zone in that game 4, man, to come back 29 points down. Again, that's Captain Clutch. I say he puts on the cape and goes to work.
The game 4, this is my 42nd year of covering the Knicks. I started in 1984, and that game 4 is probably, you know, because of the significance of being in the final, was the greatest moments I've had, you know, at the Garden. The crowd was up there, like with LJ hitting that 4-point play, but the roof coming off the Garden. There's no place on earth like the Garden.
There is no place on earth like the Garden. I was fortunate to be in the building that night.
I saw some tears on a video from Game 5 with you, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
I think your wife was taking a video.
Yeah.
We all feel the same way. My kids were watching the game, sending me video. My phone's blowing up. My Knicks chat is blowing up. And I'm like, I gotta work. I can't be on the phone, man.
That has to be crazy for you.
But it was nuts. The whole generation and all my friends Knicks fans, it's an unbelievably special time to be in New York and a Knicks fan.
Yeah. Well, the thing was with Game 5, especially at the end, it was just everything that had baked into my fandom, but it was a lot of the failures that we just always clung to, and they finally cracked the code. But it really started in Game 4, Nat, because to be down 29 points and to come from behind in that way, despite not having a perfect fourth. I mean, the Spurs still made some tough shots. You had Josh Hart missing the layup. You know, those things, you're used to the Knicks being on the losing end of those things and saying, oh, man, if we shoulda, coulda, woulda. But to see them get through that night with the OG tip-in, the guard and the roof blown off, that was where the first tear came to my eye, because I said, they really have a legit shot at doing this.
No, and by the way, even if you're just a basketball fan, not a Knicks fan per se, and Larry Bird said it years ago, Game 4 is huge. It becomes a math issue. Both, if you're in the finals, both teams are good. Like, call it what it is, whoever your team is. But the difference between 2-2 and 3-1 is huge. If you're down 3-1, you have to beat another good team 3 times.
Right.
And chances are that's not happening. You know, obviously the Cleveland, Golden State, coming back, they came back from 3, that happened, But for 2-2 and 3-1, the perspective and difference from just a basketball standpoint, no matter what your team is huge.
Yeah.
So I think we all, after that Game 4, 3-1, you start getting the chills. You start thinking about the last 53 years.
That's it.
For all of us.
Yeah.
Was totally amazing.
That's it. And it's just like you said, now at that point, you're up 3-1. You're like, okay, this is real. They can really do this. They're going to do this. And it would take a monumental collapse for them not to get it done. So, that's when I really started to dream. But I'm showing the next photo here, and this is you from the baseline shot, capturing Jalen Brunson's emotion after the OG Anunoby tip-in, 1.2 seconds left, and the Garden crowd starting to lose it.
No, it was that at first I was a little pissed because I got blocked on the actual tip of OG. I couldn't really see. There was security on the court. There's all kinds of stuff going on. But then in looking at that photo, in those instances, for context, you shoot a little wide. I want the clock in the background. I want the scores up. The score hasn't changed. It has them, 106, 105, whatever it was. But the ball is literally right in the net. And Jalen seeing it go in. OG's falling down after tipping it in. And it just you look at that, and if you print on a wall or something, any Knicks fan is going to feel chills when they see that.
Yeah.
The ball's going through the net with the 1.2 left.
Captures the whole story. On a side note there, you have a ton of photographers, especially at the NBA Finals, so all over the world they're covering it. How do they decide, because you seem to be in the same spot every single game? Is that based on your seniority, who you're with? How do they decide, where is everybody's placed?
No, it's a great question because space is tight. I am fortunate. This was my 40th NBA Finals.
Wow.
My first one was 86 Celtics, Rockets. So there is a little bit of a pecking order seniority, but even from the NBA standpoint, we have 4 or 5 guys shooting the game from different positions, from different camera angles. A colleague, Joe Murphy, got he was up on the bridge, and that was the best angle of the actual tip of OG, was from up on the bridge shooting down. There's people, there's refs in the way, there were fans like half on the court. Sometimes it gets pretty crazy, but we do map it out very, very specifically in terms of certain angles, certain positions. TV wants certain angles. ABC's paying $2 billion a year for the rights. They want these certain angles, and there's a reason for that.
Wow.
So you do work together as a team, and it all comes together.
Yeah, very interesting, the logistics side of things. Now, this next shot is from Jalen Brunson's running mate, and that's at the podium, a guy who had an outstanding playoff run and really needed to, in my opinion, for the Knicks to have a legitimate shot at this. And that's a big bodega, Karl-Anthony Towns, finally hoisting up that trophy. And he had an outstanding playoff run for this team. When you talk about making your teammates better, his defense, his aggressiveness, his discipline, he had a great run, man.
No, and I know some fans were down on him earlier in the season because his stats weren't good. And like I said, I'm not a big stat guy. When you're sitting on the court, you can see things, you know. And he legitimately is probably one of the biggest stars that over the last, X number of years that has sacrificed for the sake of the team. His offensive game is unparalleled for a big man. It truly is. They don't run a lot for him. He's bigger than the average fan might think. And he gave Wemby a lot of problems, I don't know how many times throughout the course of the game you see Wemby going up for a jumper, and then at the last second he'd kick it out because he was not accustomed to another 7-footer being physical, and Karl is a 7-footer who's big. He's big, he's agile, and I think he bit the bullet and he sacrificed a lot for the sake of the team. And then you hear his post-game comments. He's always speaking highly of the coaches, of the team, of the game plan, and he's like the perfect teammate in that regard, Yeah. And by the way, that trophy, and it shows his size. That trophy, I don't know exactly, but it could be it's probably like 40 pounds or so. It's heavy.
It looks like he's got some weight on it.
He's holding it up there with one hand like it's nothing. He's a big, strong dude. And I it made me happy. I see his pop at all the games, and you talk about a father-son relationship. He goes to every game, home and away. And that means so much to me, So happy for him.
Big time. Shout out to Karl Sr. for sure. Right. And he had some health issues as they had noted through the season. So I think the Karl story, it was one of those, man, that was just remarkable.
Absolutely.
Starting the season, not, just kind of lost in Brown's system. And then the two coming together, finding a middle ground, Brown adjusting, Karl adjusting, and he just took off in the playoffs, man. I was just really happy to see that. And especially on the defensive end, because coming in, the question was, could they win this if Jalen and Karl are, quote unquote, the weakest links in the defense? They were both very formidable, if not strong, throughout this entire run.
Yep. And again, I think that starts with the mental component, they go over the game plan, the coaching staff, whatever, and just mentally dialed in. And like I said, he's bigger than the average fan. But he gave Wemby a lot of problems. There's no doubt about it. Wemby did not have the best finals. He'll be back. He's 22 years old, but he gave him a lot of problems.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what Knicks needed. That's what we needed.
That's exactly what we needed. Once again, this is Knicks Fan TV, CP The Fanchise here, talking to the legendary NBA photographer Nathaniel Butler, talking about the Knicks championship run through his lens. Knicks fan getting to capture his team breaking a 53-year drought. And this was year 42 or 43? Remind me again that?
This was year 42 of me covering the Knicks.
42 of covering the Knicks. And how many NBA finals since 86?
Number 40 of covering the finals.
The 40th NBA finals. Okay. Amazing, man. Just an amazing accomplishment by you. And here's the next photo I'm going to show. And this is you with a guy who means a lot to you, a lot to me, a lot to many Knicks fans, and I'm almost as happy to see him get a ring as the rest of the team, and that is the legend number 33, Patrick Ewing.
You know what? That Patrick and I go way back when he came in '85, and have built up a friendship over the years, and I've been there, I saw him struggle. I saw the team get better. I saw him playing when he could barely walk. You go into the locker room post game, he's got ice on every inch of his body. And you talk about toughness. There was no one tougher, you know. And I think, we're older. I think it's important for the younger generation, pretty much in any business, really, to appreciate the people that came
Yeah,
before,
yeah.
you know. And he and his teammates, the mentality, they laid the groundwork. And we're talking about being a tough New Yorker. He's a tough guy. At times they were battling with the press back then, but every single night he was playing his heart out. And then there was a generation of people that don't understand that. Oh, you don't have a ring. Barkley, they think Barkley's a comedian on TV.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a ring. They never saw him play. Like, no, no, no. Like, a ring is the goal, but it's a team sport. Not everyone can get a ring, you know? And I was just so, so happy for Patrick on personal level, professional level, and the way that the team has, with Leon and Wes, has brought back some of these other guys, because they know it truly has become a very family much organization, with having people bringing people back. And like I said earlier, everyone loves this team. They're a great bunch of guys. And I was just so, people were getting their picture taken with Jalen and some of the guys. I was like, Pat, you and I are getting a picture. He got his big smile, and that just means a lot to me.
Yeah.
The ultimate Nick.
I'm telling you, man, that's part of the reason why I just broke down and crashed out in Game 5, because, on the camera, they're there, Patrick is there, and I've been watching John Starks root for this team as if he's playing for the last few years, and just me and my own personal interaction with John, and seeing Clyde there, Clyde meaning so much to me, and the camera even pans to Charles Oakley, who was there on his own accord, and so I'm thinking about all these memories from the 90s, the old guard, and then Clyde, the legacy. I mean, it's just a beautiful story, man, to see them clinching in front of those guys.
Yeah, and the love is for, like, it's across the board, and that's a testament to who these guys are. And it does, I keep coming back to it. It does start and stop with Jalen, the way that he treats people, the respect he has for people, and it's just truly, truly remarkable.
Yeah, and this last one here, this is a shining moment, man. Champagne shower in the Knicks locker room. The whole team.
That was a funny one. We're in there. I'm getting ready, and Leon Rose actually started that, because there was a video along with that, and he just reached over, dumped a bottle on my head, and I had a colleague, a friend of mine, Jesse, snap that picture, and it's just a feel good moment. I'm not a part of the team. I'm not on the team, but being able to, I love being a fly on the wall and doing my job, getting to know these guys. It meant the world to me, and it's just one of those moments that I will certainly cherish.
Yeah, that's the ultimate sign of respect. As you say, you're not on the team, but they respect your work. They respect your professionalism, and they brought you in. And so I thought that was a great moment for you to see that, the champagne shower. How are you even protecting the camera from the champagne when you're in the locker room?
That's a different story. Yeah. It's a hit or miss thing. And I got drenched, and the camera was torched. I had to go quickly get another camera. But I think in the scheme of things, well worth it.
Yeah.
For 53 years in the making.
Well worth it. Well worth
Very
it.
remarkable.
Another notch, man, on the resume, and that's fantastic. The picture that I showed with Patrick, and all the portraits that you guys take. Who's organizing that? Because that's a lot of people that you gotta organize.
It's true that like Knicks PR and NBA PR, after the guys do their circuit, they bring the guys through. It's something we started many years ago, because in the locker room is hit or miss. It gets a little chaotic, it gets a little crazy, but from a historical standpoint, it is nice to have shots of guys with the trophy, and it's probably a half hour, 40 minutes after the chaos of the locker room. We bring in the families and just try to celebrate the moment. We've been doing that for a number of years now, and those are just, like you said, there's great pictures of Jose with his young kids, and Josh and his young kids. And I look back at some of the older stuff. I had pictures of LeBron with his boys and his daughter when they were babies, with him with now they're grown men.
Yeah.
So it's a very personal thing, and it's something that I really enjoy doing, because you're documenting history per se, but then these people are husbands and fathers, and we know in this business it takes a village, to get everyone together, and the families are a big part of that.
Sure. No question about it. How about the run that this team went on? I mean, you saw this from, game 0 to game 82, and then they jump into the playoffs 16-3. They lost 3 games by a combined total of 6. They win the 16 by 283 points. I mean, an absolute juggernaut by the time they're holding the trophy.
Yeah, and it's a friend asked me before playoffs start, and I said, that the Knicks could lose in the first round, or they could roll to the championship. And they were down Atlanta 2-1, and looked a little discombobulated, and then just got dialed in. And it's a testament to everybody from the top down being on the same page, and guys like Tyler Kolek, his minutes got cut to 0. He can play. Landry Shamet can play. Like, he hit big shots in those earlier series. Deuce's role was a little reduced based on minutes, But everybody you look over, they're on the bench hooting and hollering. They're supporting their team. Everybody is doing their thing, and that doesn't happen all the time,
Yeah.
And it was a truly unique 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever that run, and it showed. It doesn't matter who's in front of you, but they were rolling,
Absolutely rolling.
I almost was sad that it ended. I wanted to play a 10-game series. Let's go, because it was so fun, and seeing, oftentimes after a game, I'd go back to the hotel or something. My friends sending me videos, seeing what's going on the streets, the people in the lawn chairs in front of the Best Buy, watching there's no place that happens other than New York.
Nowhere.
My daughter lives in Brooklyn, and she was out hooting and hollering on the streets. There was in Williamsburg, the projected on the side of the building. There's no place that happens except New York.
Yeah.
It's really truly special.
Yeah, none at all. Do you, when you think about their run and the many finals that you've covered, does it remind you of a team? Some teams enter as the favorite and finish as the champions, but did that run remind you of a team?
It's funny. A number of people ask me that question, and I don't know if it's because I'm too close being a Knicks fan.
Yeah.
I think it was I can't think of any other team that these guys reminded me of. Yes, Jalen did have some MJ-esque performances, but the Bulls were favored. The Bulls were, the way that the Knicks came together and the way that they did this was truly, I can't think of any other team that you can draw a comparison with.
Yeah, I can't. I
Yeah.
definitely can't. Because even though I expected them, that was my expectation. They got to get to the finals. It's finals or bust.
Right.
They are
Right.
equipped to do so. I also felt like they had an opportunity. I was one guy who said you just don't know until you see them play in the playoffs. It's hard to really judge off of the regular season because so much changes in the playoffs, but I felt like they had a high floor based on the way that their defense was coming together and the Brunson factor. Keep it
Right.
close and he'll take you home. That was always what I thought.
Yeah.
But I had them over Philly in 6. I thought
Right.
I expected them to sweep the Hawks. I didn't feel like the Hawks were on the same level. But I had them beating Philly in 6. I gave Cleveland 2 games, and they just ran roughshod over both those teams.
Yeah. No, and I think that's where, that's where the stuff that we as fans don't know about, the behind the scenes, the scouting, the coaching report, these staffs that they have, yes, there's analytics involved. I think Jalen is proven to be on a certain level that at times you throw analytics out the window. There are guys that are winners. I've always said, even when he was on Dallas and had those big playoff games, you don't underestimate 2 college championships. Forgetting about Rick, his dad, forgetting about his pedigree, 2 college championships mean something. That's a single elimination tournament in the NCAA.
True.
So there was that famous Rudy Tomjanovich quote, like, you never underestimate the heart of a champion. Josh is like that. Doesn't give a shit about stats. He will climb over someone's back, get a crazy rebound. Mikel, same with his little corner, go into the middle, fade away. His game, it's a team game, and these guys didn't get to be where they are by not being tough mentally. And I think I can't stress that enough, that I think that they're just mentally tough. They were down almost every single game.
Every single game.
Double digit, and keep fighting and fighting and fighting.
Yeah.
Even Jalen made a comment. He goes, "Well, we thought the game started at 9:00."
Right.
Those are things that give the coaching staff a heart attack. Can you please get a 10-point lead in the first quarter at some point? Instead of fighting back. But it's just a truly remarkable run.
A truly remarkable. And, we talked about OG with his heroics in game 4, but I thought, number one, him staying healthy through this run, but also I saw him elevate offensively in these playoffs that I thought really helped. The Hawks series, I thought he was scoring at an all-star level, and just his ability to get his own shot in his way, I thought that was big for the Knicks, man.
Yeah, and even again, just me, like, not as an insider or anything, just being a basketball fan, how many times do we see guys settle for threes lately, right? OG shoots a 3, right? But he'll also pump fake, put his head down, take 2 dribbles, and go get fouled, go dunk it on somebody. Josh, too.
Yep.
Josh finishes around the rim he's only, what is he, 6'5", or so, like, he's not big by NBA standards, but his 3 throughout the season, I think it was an all-time high percentage for him, and then that opens things up. Coaches talk about spacing. They space the court, but a guy hits a 3 or fakes, and then he comes in. They come in. They go over to him on the weak side. They throw an alley-oop to Mitch. Like, there is a plan and a process for all of that, and it just fit beautifully. It's beautiful to watch.
Yeah. A great game. They played it like a team, just like those 70s teams that everybody wanted them to play like, and it all led to a championship. Any other locker room moments that stuck out to you that you captured on the lens, or maybe not?
You know what? It's just that I'm there documenting the joy of everything and everyone. There's so many people, from like the people on the PR staff, or the trainers, the equipment managers, all the people have no idea how hard those people work. Yes, it's sexy working for an NBA team, but an equipment manager, when you don't finish until 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, they're back at 6 a.m., 7 a.m. the next morning doing their, and it's not easy. I felt so happy for all of those people, because it is truly an organizational win, and oftentimes with the Knicks, you hear negative things about the organization, but this group was on the same page, everyone doing their job, everyone succeeding, and it's New York, and now the city's going crazy, and it's just fun to be along for the ride.
Yeah, and the players always talk about that, how important like the equipment managers are, and you're right, man.
Yeah.
There's so many hands involved in this, and a lot of times you see the players as the face of everything, but behind the scenes, it's a lot of coming and going, a lot of moving around.
Yeah, and it's cool when you do. Now it's been a couple of days. You look back at things. The Knicks are officially the first team that won the cup and the championship. Mm-hmm. Remember at the time, and I agreed with it at the time. Like, oh, we don't want to raise the cup banner. It's cool. Mm-hmm. They celebrated that night, like as you should. And then like, no, we're not finished. We're not finished yet.
Yeah.
We did some pictures with the cup trophy. It's cool, like well deserved, but that's not the ultimate. So I think that validates almost. I've been preaching so much about their mental toughness. It's not an arrogance. It's just toughness of job not finished. Happy we won NBA Cup. It was a cool tournament. The Vegas tournament. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And we'll celebrate for a day or two, but regroup, and we have bigger intentions. Yeah. And that's exactly what happened.
Now, you've been trying to regroup from San Antonio, but now you've got to hit the Canyon of Heroes. What's the plan of attack for Thursday? Do you have your itinerary ready? What are you getting ready to do?
That's a good question. I got to figure out. I have to figure out a plan for that, because that truly is a once in a lifetime opportunity. And I got to figure out where to position myself. To get, I want to get, that classic parade moment, and it won't be easy. They're talking about could be 3 to 4 million.
That's what I heard. 3 million plus.
Which would not surprise. I think it's supposed to be a beautiful day.
Yeah.
And that would not surprise me. The mayor's office has done a lot of cool stuff supporting of the Knicks. Like I said, the city of New York coming together has been beautiful to watch.
Yeah, and I remember looking at the photo of the 70s Knicks at City Hall, so I can't wait to see this new recreation, the new 25-26 Knicks at City Hall. I think that'll be part of me really believing that this actually happened, that and going to opening night. So, hopefully I'll see you there. But now, you released a book, Courtside, a couple of years, maybe 2 years ago now. You're going to have to add the addendum. We need like 100 pages of Knicks photos in there.
We might have to make an adjustment. Jalen with the trophy and the Canyon of Heroes would be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I gotta get the shot first, and then we'll talk.
Yeah, we're gonna need the New York edition of Courtside, and I guarantee you it'll be a Times bestseller, man, because just like the last one, it was great. And I was dropping my son off at school this morning, and I was letting my wife know that you were coming on, and he was like, Nathaniel Butler. He's like, is that the guy who did the book? Because I got the book on the coffee table. I said, yeah. So he thought it was so cool that you were coming on, man. And like I said, I was looking forward to this conversation just to get your perspective of things. So we definitely appreciate the time, man. Definitely appreciate it.
Thank you, and I think just from one Knicks fan to another, it's been such a memorable year, and Thursday's going to be the culmination of that for sure. For sure. Well, Nat, thanks again. We'll catch up at another point in time, but I really appreciate it again, this conversation, man. Thanks again. For having me, CP. Appreciate you. All right. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the incomparable Nathaniel Butler. Hit the like button, hit the share button, and subscribe to the channel. What a guy, man. Interesting perspective, and the perspective that you're just not going to get anywhere else, man. Let me dial my thing back a little bit. You're just not going to get that perspective anywhere else. Legendary NBA photographer. Legendary, man. I thought that was just amazing. And like I said, Nat's going to have to drop
the new book, just a Knicks specific book, because just like the merch is flying off the shelf, just like the newspapers, you can't get them nowhere. When Nat drops that book of all his photos from this championship run, forget about it. That thing is going through the roof. Now, thanks again to Nat Butler. TRIPLEM, I see you in the building. Salute, man. Can't get enough. I told y'all we're going to be cutting this up in so many different ways. Every episode, a new perspective from a fantastic guest. We were supposed to have the mayor on yesterday. They had to reschedule. We're aiming for tomorrow morning. We're going to record it. We're going to talk more parade logistics with Mayor Zoran Mamdani. So stay tuned for that on Wednesday. Action-packed, man. Action-packed. Hey, Knicks won the championship. We're not done here, folks. The number one show for the fans by the fans continues to keep it going with the best coverage around the orange and blue. Call me up on the KFTV Discord if you're on the lunchtime grind. Definitely salute to you guys. And listen, man, the next season is over, but you know what? You got a lot of stuff going on, whether it's concert season, you got the World Cup, obviously, big match coming up today, France versus Senegal. So if you need tickets to any of these events, man, use our friends at SeatGeek, the number one rated ticketing app and the official ticketing app of KnicksFanTV. Use our code KFTV10 for 10% off your tickets. When you go on the SeatGeek app, when you go on SeatGeek.com, it's real simple. Just look for the green dots when you're looking for your seats. They rank those from amazing all the way down to good. I try to stay with the amazings, ranked around like a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10. 8 out of 10 is good. But the red dots, you're going to get fleeced. You're not getting the most bang for your buck, so tend to stay away from those unless you're really, really desperate. But either way, KFTV 10% off your tickets. Shout out to our friends at SeatGeek for sponsoring today's show. Yeah, I told y'all, man, I'm not playing around. I got y'all covered for the lunchtime grind. Abdul from San Diego checking in from Spain. So to PR Blaze 03. We must have received 2 million donations from the hysterical Knicks fans. Yeah, salute, man. Salute. 3 million people expected at the parade on Thursday. Are you guys going to the parade? What's the plan? The KFTV after party plans will be announced soon. We want to make sure we get all our ducks in a row because trust me, it is going to be an action-packed affair. People traveling in from far and wide. So we're looking forward to that. Yeah, stay tuned, man. We're going to have info on the after party fairly shortly. Shout out to my guy Aiden Wilson, man. $14 Canadian super chat. My guy checking in from Halifax, Nova Scotia. Says, we are the champs. Love KFTV family. Hibbert Block was 9 years old. Me, first heartbreak in tears with my New York father. 2026 in tears with my father and the people at Slate. Yeah, it was good to have you there, man. It was great to have you there. And Ari from Taiwan, just like all of our day ones. You guys represented a lot of people who couldn't make it. But you guys were part of those, long-time KFTV supporters. There were many, of which there were many in Slate. We had 1,000 people in Slate. But you guys are part of those people, man. That's, again, why that night was very special, man. Because it was like Nat said, a culmination of so many things. Joshin, it says, CP, where's the after party after the parade? How does the ceremony work at City Hall? Will fans be able to see the ceremony? I'm going to find that out from the mayor tomorrow. Like, the actual City Hall access is going to be limited to those with tickets and all of that. But I'm going to find out, are they going to have it on TVs? Is it going to be, can you hear it from somewhere, someplace? If not, I'm planning to have it at the after party where you could sit down and watch it on the TVs there. All right, so just hang tight. BLW, salute to you. Great interview, CP. Salute KFTV. Elite coverage all season. You made this chip run feel like family. Knicks Nation appreciates you. Absolutely, man. You guys did the same. So that's another reason why this was incredibly special year, special season, and I thank God for it for sure. Okay, my Discord froze up, man. What's going on with the Discord here? All right, let me restart the Discord. In the meantime, I'll chop it up with the people. Facebook fam, what's good? Shout out to Brian Michael, Rick, Jimmy Rook Steele. How you feeling? Nigel Sylvester, how are you? Salute to you guys on the Facebook side of the house. What's going on with Discord, man? Discord freezing up on me. I got to do a hard stop on the Mac. Shout out to my guy Nat Butler once again, man. Great show. What's the button for force stop on Mac? Option, Command, Escape. Okay, there we go. Option, Command, Escape. Let's close out the Discord. Force quit. Okay, there we go. Get that out of there. And now let's restart it. Okay. So to you guys in the chat, man. Beautiful day here in New York. Now, I'm not so sure about the parade. They're saying it might be raining on Thursday. But either way, you're not going to keep New Yorkers from going out there. What time am I showing up? I don't know, man. I don't know what my plans are as yet. It's kind of all up in the air right now. I'm kind of trying to avoid it because it's going to be a busy day. It's going to be a busy day, and I'm still recovering from Saturday. So I'll have more clarity by tomorrow. I have no choice. I'm going to have more clarity by tomorrow. All right, let me load some people up, and let's get to it. Peabody7, when you can hear me on the Discord, Peabody7, go ahead and unmute your mic. Peabody7.
Hey, CP, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can hear you, man. What's your name? Where you calling in from, man?
Hey, my name is Pascal. I'm calling in from Berlin, man.
Berlin.
Berlin, Germany, man.
Wow.
Nice
Okay.
to speak to you, man.
Likewise,
love what you
man.
guys are doing.
Likewise, man. Are you part of our Germany community group out there?
Kind of, but not really tapped into that much. I'm really KnicksFanTV supporter for a few years, listener. You know,
Nice.
the times are not always a replay gang over here, you know?
Salute,
so
man.
nice to catch up. This salute to you guys, all of you, man. You've been keeping me, like, you know, there was a lot of feelings over the years, and you guys always, let's say, you know.
Yeah, happy to hear that, man.
I felt like there is something. I was not left alone with my feelings and ESPN pages and stuff. So
Yeah.
definitely, you guys do the damn thing, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. Anytime, bro.
Thank you so much, and it's just been an awesome time, man. It's surreal what happened, and I still am puzzled. It's crazy.
Appreciate it, man.
Crazy.
Definitely appreciate it.
Thank you for everything, CP, man.
Yeah,
Really
man.
Appreciate you guys.
Anytime, man. Anytime. Shout out to my friends at Germany. In Germany, throw your cities, throw your countries, throw your flags in the chat. Let us know where you guys are tapping in from. We'll shout you guys out. This is literally a worldwide community. Shout out to Kako Bula 7, franchise channel member as well. CLP 20,000 super chat. I believe that's Chile, right? Says, so thankful to have been able to see this run. It was just insane. The team building since Rose arrived is just chess. So happy for the Knicks and Knicks Nation. Big thanks to you guys for building this KFTV community. And as we say that, tomorrow is our 9-year anniversary. 9 years of KFTV. 9 years, man. So salute. Absolutely, man. Salute to the community and everybody who's been supporting. It's just a dream, man. It's just a dream. This is why we do this. It's been special to build it and to connect with everybody worldwide, whether we've met in person or not. I just got to thank everybody for tapping in, sticking with us, supporting everything. Well, you know, content, watch party, merch, however it is that you support. We appreciate that wholeheartedly. All right, we got some more people checking in on the members lounge. Let me get to, hang on. Let me get to Jay from the Lou. My guy, Jay, what's good?
CP, what's going on with you?
What's good? Calling from the middle of the map. Talk to us, man. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Much love, man. Calling from the middle of the map. It's your chairman commissioner of the St. Louis chapter, man.
Yeah.
Hey, the KFT watch. Hey, we was going crazy over here, CP. I got moms. She's a fan now. You know, everybody that was, you know, back then they used to be like, man, why you wearing all that Knicks stuff? You know what I'm saying? You know, hey,
they
on the
put
team
some respect
now,
in your name now, right?
Man, you know, and then got moms out here thinking Jalen Red Fox, you know. So hey, it's getting closer to the heart now, you know. So hey, CP, I just want you to know, man, what this title means. You know, when I first called, you know, you and Jay Ellis, you know, y'all was asking me how I became a fan. You know, Carmelo Anthony is the only reason I started paying attention truly to the game. You know, I'm 34 years old, so watching him, you know, that college year, and I followed his career. But when he got to the Knicks, it was just something different, man. And just to see where I came from, you know, from 2011 to now, it was a tearjerk, man. You know, from the moment that shot left Wemby's hand, you know, that I started tearing up from there. And then when I seen Sham face and he was the way he was tearing up and his eyes pretty big, that's where it was really started leaking down. And my auntie came and put her arm around me. She was like, "Hey, you was there. You went through the mud and you was telling people, hey, this mud tastes like gravy." And now, hey, it's one of those things where I'm still nervous and I'm like, wow, we really came a long way. But for me, I'm really excited for all y'all New Yorkers up there, man, because CP, I grew up watching and, a lot of those New York true movies, that I always knew that basketball culture meant something to y'all deep, a lot of good movies, my favorite movie, He Got Game, so, and a lot of proceeds to the, the New York Knicks, so I'm excited for a lot of y'all to get the, feel that, and y'all children that get to witness. Because my daughter, she's 7 years old. And,
likewise.
And I feel like I just installed something in her because now all she knows is, Cap and OG, and I'm gonna get into my shout outs. Shout out to OG. He's born, he's raised in the map. The middle of the map, Jeff City. Fun fact, him and JT, played on, the 13 AAU team. So it's good to see,
nice.
Both of them got rings. So. Shout out to C Scout. I remember that first take episode where he got on there and he talked how he wanted to come in and change some things around. From there, we got, World Wide West, and from there, that's where we got Leon, and that's where the story begins. And that an unbelievable story. So as a true, veteran listener, for 16.5 years, I just want y'all to know that this really means a lot. And, KF TV means a lot for me because when I came, we was trying to figure out who we was going to get, which ended up being, what's the kid name from Dayton? From the University of Dayton. Obi. Yeah. That man, those conversations was crazy, man.
Yeah.
But, shout outs to Julius Randle and Tibbs. I feel like they started to smoke, what I'm saying? And that from there on, that's when the fire came, and with that being said, like I said, CP, when I first met you 2 years ago, after a loss, I was up there in New York. I told you, that, hey, you finna take off, man, and the Knicks finna take off. I don't know where it's gonna go, but just know we gonna be here forever, man. And I'm here for you,
Appreciate it, man.
Much love from the middle of the map. I'm here. I love listening to the new calls. I'm just a veteran guy. At the end of the bitch, just love listening to everybody. So let's keep it going. And all these cities that we pulling up with, let's make sure we got some signs up. Like the club manias and stuff, so people know how big we is. So I'm close to Indianapolis and Memphis. So let's continue to get bigger and keep growing. Let's just take over.
Let's go.
So and last but not least, let's repeat.
Let's go.
From the middle of the map.
Jay from the Lou, man. A true KFTV day one. Throw some fives in the chat for Jay from the Lou, man. Well deserved this championship for Jay. Let's get to my guy, Triple M. Lunchtime grind. What's good, man? Have you gotten your voice back? Triple M, are you there?
CP.
Yeah.
CP, and to everyone 1,000 plus on the chat. Good afternoon, champions. Good afternoon to all my champions out
Let's
there.
go.
CP, it ain't the lunchtime grind for me. I'm off for me. I took the whole month of June off. I'm not playing. CP, you already deployed the KFT Warriors right now. I'm on the ground right now.
Yes, sir.
I just walked the whole parade. I'm right here. I'm downtown.
Oh, you outside doing recon?
I'm outside doing right now. I'm checking out. I'm scoping out the area. The end of the parade is behind City Hall.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to ask the mayor about that. I don't know what's going on
sure?
there. But let
me take a look.
Yeah. It's like behind City Hall. It like just ends, and then City Hall, I'm out here, CP. I'm out here right now. I'm out here doing the KFTV Warriors.
And they set up already? They put the Champions Way signs up already?
Nah, they're doing that right now, actually.
Okay.
Right now, it's going up right now. And it's crazy out here, man. I feel like staying right here, man. I might camp out.
Is anybody camped out right now? Is anybody outside right now?
Not yet. I'm looking like a little weirdo. I might have to come back tomorrow. CP. But, man, what a ride, man. Like, everybody's saying, everybody's calling in. This means something for all of us, man.
Yeah.
The KFTV family, everybody you put on the map, CP. I mean, just this legendary interview right now. Like, you always put us right next to so much people that we don't have access to. So for that, we salute you. And this just feels crazy, man. This feels special. It's a championship. It still hasn't really hit me. I think the parade day is going to really, really like lock in. Maybe even ring night, bro.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
ring
what I'm
night.
thinking.
Like
I'm
I
thinking
just
it's
feel
ring
like
night,
so
bro.
busy, moving around. Everybody's still celebrating, so it just feels like a lot still going on. I can't wait to really take a moment and just like soak it all in. But from the KFT family, man, Triple M here. It's gonna be crazy Thursday. Look out for the Knicks Fan TV family. We're gonna be everywhere, man. Salute to y'all. You already know
Yes,
the vibes.
sir.
Triple M.
Triple M, man. I'm going to call you later, probably tomorrow. Good to hear from you, man. Triple M on the Discord. Let me get to Kako Sanchez. Kako, how you doing, man? Do we got Kako Sanchez on the Discord? I think this is the guy that left the super chat. Kako going once. Going twice. Okay, maybe he's trying to figure out his Discord situation. That's okay. We'll let the Kako figure it out. Did you guys see this? Knicks coach Mike Brown. Hey, I told you, man. These guys are gonna be the kings of the city forever. Forever. You not paying for nothing no more. Here's Mike Brown walking into the Polo Bar last night after the Knicks on Jimmy Fallon. Here we go. All right, so Mike Brown, the king of the city right now, in his first year on the job. I mean, talk about that. First year on the job, you jump right into the fire, fresh out the frying pan from Sacramento, into the fire, and came out a perfect, well done steak. Great job, man. Great job. You know, man. Got to be happy for that guy. We're going to get into the Tonight Show stuff. I'll save that for tomorrow just to, stretch the content out a little bit. We've been going for an hour. I want to get to the rest of the calls, and then I got to finish with the rest of my day. So we'll get to the Dolan stuff. We'll get to the Tonight Show stuff. We'll have another guest tomorrow and chop it up on tomorrow's lunchtime show. All right, we'll keeping it moving here. Kako, are you there? Kako Sanchez.
Yo, CP, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear. How you doing, man?
Hey, man. I'm just so happy, man. This is insane.
Insane.
I'm really happy. I'm really happy for all the Knicks fans. I've been Knicks fans since.
Come a little closer to your microphone if you can. You sound kind of far away. Come a little closer. Just adjust.
Yeah, is that better?
A little bit. Let me see if I need to adjust on my end. Hang on 1 second. You using a standard microphone?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I see why. This is my fault. Okay, go ahead now.
Okay, man. So, man, I've been a Knicks fan since '99. I got captivated by that team. It's just crazy, to see what's happened in all these years in between, the trials and tribulations, man. Now getting here, building up this team, and it's just crazy, man. And this run, I mean, I've never seen anything like it. Doesn't make sense.
Yeah. It's like the way we all expected them to get here, but we've never been here before like this with this team where they had a legit shot, and it's the way that they broke through. They dominated. Yeah. It was like, that's what blows you away. It's like they dominated. We're used to, yes, they had to get very gritty in this series, but we're used to them having to wait till the last second, the last shot, and just pull through. But for most of this run, they dominated.
It was crazy, man. OG, man. JB, man. Jalen Brunson. You got to build a statue for that guy in New York.
Yeah.
And man, Mike Brown. Shout out to Mike Brown for putting this whole team together. The whole thing together, because you guys said it all season. Shout out to Tips for what he started, but man, we needed this guy to cross the line. And it's just amazing, man.
No question, man. Appreciate the call, and we appreciate you holding us down, man.
Thank you, man.
All right.
Shout out to all the Knicks fans, man. Have a good one.
You too, man. Take care, man. Let's head out to the West Coast. Zack from LA. Zack, how you feeling, man?
Yo, what's good, CP?
How we doing, man?
I'm chilling. I am in still utter disbelief that we are actual champions. The Knicks, from all the trials and tribulations, going back to my early fandom in the late 80s, the Bomb Squad, players like Kenny Skywalker, Rod Strickland, Gerald Wilkins, to the mid 90s with Ewing and Oakley and the unforgettable, disappointments with Charles Smith, the finger roll, to the missed turnaround shot by Sprewell in 99, to now us being champs. It is just surreal. I mean, Leon put together a hell of a squad from, JB, obviously the captain, making the moves to get Hart and Bridges and OG. I mean, look at what they've accomplished.
Yeah.
And as a fan for all this time, man, I'm over the moon. We all shed a tear. It's truly amazing to see that after 53 years, the Knicks are champs.
Absolute champs, man. Good to hear from you, man. You pulling up to Summer League? What are you doing, man? You coming to Summer League?
Yeah, I'm going to come to Summer League. Unfortunately, I was trying to get out to the parade, but I got to do a deposition tomorrow, so I couldn't get out there.
Okay.
But I will definitely be hitting up Summer League so we can do the KFT meetup. And, yeah, I mean, this is surreal.
Yeah,
and going back to Frank Ntilikina, your first show to now, you should be extremely proud of yourself, man. What you've built, the community that you've built, just truly an amazing thing to be part of. So Thank you, KFTV. Thank you, CP. Go Knicks. Now it's from destiny to dynasty. We got to keep this going.
Let's go. Destiny to dynasty, man. That's a bar right there. That's absolutely a bar. Shout out to Zack out in LA. He said Destiny to Dynasty. And speaking of Destiny, man, get your championship merch right there, man. Shop.KnicksFanTV.com, man. We got your championship tees. We got your Destiny tees as well. So head over to shop.KnicksFanTV.com to get yours. We got the 2T bundle. You know what I'm saying? We got the 2-team bundle. You got the team joints. You got the Destiny joints. We got it all, man. We still got Blue Collar Big Stage. We got the sticker pack, which is looking really cool. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Team KFTV, man, for always dropping fire merch. As you see, the Destiny t-shirt, as Zack from LA said. So yeah, man, you can get it all at shop.KnicksFanTV.com. Zack said he was getting ready for a deposition. So Zack, if you need any help with your legal fees, we'll scrounge up some super chats for you. Help you out with some legal fees, man. Good luck on there, man. And, we'll just say not guilty, man. We'll say free Zack. Just kidding. He's probably a lawyer or something. He's got work to do. That's a little dad humor, man. All good. Anyway, let's get to Danmar. Danmar on the Discord. Go ahead and unmute your mic.
Yo, CP, man.
Yo.
Man, I can't believe I finally got through.
Yes, sir.
I actually called the night that we won. And I was just too drunk, man. I couldn't unmute my mic. I was like, what the hell is going on here, bro? Like,
that's understandable, man. That's all right. Don't worry about it.
I went a little crazy after seeing, the trophy in our hands, bro. I was like, I pulled out the Hennessy. Like, it was just too much.
Get right, man. Nothing wrong with that.
It was too much. But, man, I just want to say thank you, man. Thank you for everything you do. The whole Knicks Fan TV family, bro. Like you guys revolutionize the way we are Knicks fans now. It's like, I've been a Knicks fan since '89, and I guess during COVID, that's when I started listening, Knicks Fan TV, and it's just like, man, it's made me even more hardcore, to this point. And man, I just want to thank everyone, Knicks Fan TV, all the people that call in, just everybody, the whole community. And man, I just want to say real quick that it was like a good omen earlier in the season. I was at the Lakers game, and I'm just there, right there. The anthem is about to go off, and I look up, and you're just standing right there. CP, the franchise is right there. And so I was like, yo, CP, and I dapped you up, and yeah, man, I was like, man, that's a good omen right there, man. Something special is going to happen this year.
Absolutely, man. It's a pleasure to connect. Yeah, man. Pleasure to connect. And like I said, connecting with the fans, especially when we outside, is it's always special, man. Wherever we went this year, this year we went to Miami, we went to Orlando, we went to Atlanta, we went down to Philly. We went to Cleveland. They forced me to go. I didn't get, not on my own accord. They asked me to come. I said, okay, I'll be there for the championship clincher. But yeah, man, those are just special. Never take it for granted. Just going on the road and just seeing the same people. TRIPLEM was with me in Cleveland, and TRIPLEM's been with me all over the map. My guy Chip, he was there. Where was Chip? I think Chip was in Cleveland, San Francisco, all over the place. So that's part of what makes it special. And now I'm seeing people, this is posted by Tommy Beer, people are bringing their Knicks stuff to the grave sites of family that they lost. And this is why I say, man, like, it's bigger than wins and losses. It's bigger than just putting the basketball in a hoop. When you think about your Knicks fandom, a lot of people go back to the conversations or commiserating with a family, a friend, a loved one who might not be with us anymore. So this is also what makes it so special, what also makes it so emotional for some people. So I can understand it, man. I could really understand it, and I really relate to that. It goes a lot deeper than just watching the game as a spectator. Sports is very much intertwined into life, man, for sure.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate the call, man.
All right. Thank you, man.
Yeah, man. That's Danmar on the Discord. All right, I'll take a couple more, and then I got to grab some lunch. I'm going to end with Abdul. So, Abdul, hang tight unless you got to go. Let me know in the chat. Hard Jeezy, you up next. Hard Jeezy.
Hey, CP. Can you?
Yes, loud and clear, man. How you doing, man?
I am on cloud 9. I can't describe how I've been feeling these past few days. It's been a long time coming, but I was 12 years old back in '99 when last time we were in the finals, and I remember the heartbreak as a kid seeing that. And now, fast forward, my son's too young; he's only 4, but I live out in Cali, so I was FaceTiming my sister, seeing my niece and nephew. They're 12 and 13, so seeing that joy in their face, and just having this moment of the Knicks winning, that meant the world to me, and it's meant a lot to the all the fans, and I can't like I said, I can't describe in words, and especially people, for the fans whose family members, their parents, the loved ones who unfortunately are not with us, and who were Knicks fans, and like how much it meant to them, and so it's undescribable. So it's been I'm actually flying out tomorrow, coming to the parade on Thursday. I'm taking my niece and nephew. Taking the family there, so that's going to be, definitely. I didn't get to go to the final, so that's going to be something I'm going to spend over there. But, I also want to take a moment to, thank you and the KFTV family too. What you do for us fans, and it's more than just getting the fans together. It's a place for for us to kind of go through all these, even like the tough times, the losses, we were still stuck together. And what you do for us fans, I'm sure from the bottom of our hearts, we all thank you, for what you and the team do.
All love, man. We appreciate the support night in and night out. We did this together, man. We suffered through the losses. We rejoiced in the wins. We had great debates. We battled, and that's gonna continue. It ain't over. We keep it going. And draft coverage is coming up soon, ladies and gentlemen. The NBA draft is next week. We've made it this far in the season. Back in the day when we first started, we started draft coverage about a month out. We got to do our research. We got to figure out who's who, what's what, who's going to help this team get a championship. And now we're literally a week away from the draft. And so, we're going to start our draft coverage after the parade. We'll get Chris LeBron in here. We'll get some draft analysts in here. Our guys from No Ceilings, Jonathan Wasserman. We'll talk about it because, look, the Knicks have the 24th, the 31st, and the 55th pick. And some guys from this championship team, and everybody's not coming along for the ride. You can guarantee that one or two guys are going to have to head to another team or get a bag somewhere else, which they deserve, unfortunately. But, hey, I like this report from my guy Ian Begley, and Ian will be here on Friday. Duke guard Isaiah Evans, part of the draft workouts for the Knicks. Let's go. Get me some more wings in here, and let's get it going. Let's get it going. I like this kid. I like his tenacity as well. So, if they can get lucky there, you reset your rookie clock from a salary standpoint. Now we talking. You know, you got the Awara Wing Factory, baby. Can never have enough. So let's go. Very much looking forward to that. It's going to be interesting to see which of these picks they keep. I could envision them punting on a couple, you know, trading back, trading in future years. Because, you know, the higher you're up in the first round, the more you got to pay a guy. And I would have to think they're going to be nickel and diming in some respects. So it's going to be interesting to see how they handle this draft, really. You know, do they go back a little bit, as the Knicks normally do, and they've done for a number of years in a row now. They've traded back. So let's see where they go. But we can never have enough wings. Shout out to Hard Jeezy. Is it Toja? How you feel, man?
Yep, it's Toja. It was good, CP.
How you feeling, man? Good to have you back on, man. What's good, man?
Man, I feel great, bro. I've been watching since 2020, like all that. When we hired Leon Rose and you got the new management. You know, I've been watching the Knicks since like 2011, 2013.
Yeah.
I remember we lost when we didn't make the playoffs to the Pistons. I was in New York at that time, and I remember that. So, nigga, it's a good thing we got this chip. It's a good thing, man.
Let's go, man.
I'm too happy.
Hey, that's never a bad thing, man. Enjoy it, and we appreciate your support, man. Tap it in. Appreciate that, bro.
Yep, I appreciate you, CP. Keep on going hard, man. Keep on going hard.
Yes, sir. Appreciate that, man. Salute to everybody on the Discord. Let's get to Karlo from the Philippines. Karlo, how you feel, man? Do we got Karlo? Karlo going once. There we go.
CP,
how we feeling, man? Did we hear from you on when they clinched it? I don't remember. I was a little sore Saturday night. Did we hear from you?
hello?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
CP.
How we doing, man?
Yo, man.
Yeah, I was saying.
I'm here in Vegas.
Oh, you made it to Vegas?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm on vacation now.
Oh, wow. Are you waiting? Are you waiting for the team to arrive to have their Vegas party? Are you? Did Jalen invite you to his party?
Yeah, but man, sorry about last time, man, because my mic was acting up.
Yeah, no problem, man. I was trying to remember. Did we talk the night they won it, or did you call in or no?
No, man, my mic was acting up. So
okay.
I wish we talked that night.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but I have some quick phrases. Yeah. The Knicks are the king of comebacks. I just want to say that. Pause.
Yeah.
And we are one of the greatest teams ever assembled. Congrats to us. I'm glad I have my Knicks family in KFTV to celebrate this historic win with me. June 13, I will not forget that day. 613, Red Holtzman. Congrats to Yabusele. Go get your ring. And we need to resign Mitchie. That's one of the first agendas. And next year, man, Mitchie, you need to learn the grandma shot on your free throws.
Yeah, for sure.
Back to back for next year.
Let's go.
Back to back. And let's keep that 0-0 mentality. And that's all. That's all I have to say. Rapid fire. Pass the mic. That's all I have to say, CP.
Let's go, man. Good to hear from you, man, and all the years of your support. And your countryman, Jordan Clarkson, is going home with a ring, man.
Jordan, JC.
JC's going home
I
with a
was
ring,
waiting for him to wear the Philippine flag, but...
Yeah. Hey, maybe during the parade. You might get one during the parade, man.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, man. Stay up. Let's close it out. Abdul from San Diego, checking in from Spain. You still in Spain, bro? What's good, man? You there?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Loud and clear, sir.
Yeah, man, I am still in Spain. Look, I'm happy I'm in Spain, but I'm also sad I'm in Spain. Look, first off, I had this saying, man. You hear the saying, if you build it, they will come. CP, the community you created, with the people behind the scenes, what you guys created, because I know it's not a one-man band, it's a whole team.
Yep.
But you guys created something magical. You know, I'm the COVID KFTV, so I'm not day one, but I was scrolling, and like I told you before, I found you and never looked back. Man, I'm so happy I'm here, but I still didn't get to get my yelling, my screaming, because it was 6 a.m. in the morning when the Knicks won. I was logged on to KFTV. I fell asleep. I wanted to call in because I needed some other Knicks fans other than my kids to talk to. So watching you and your wife, man, I'm not going to get emotional, but I felt exactly the same way you guys felt. The years of heartache, the years of disappointment, the year of people laughing and talking, saying the Knicks will never get it done. For us to finally get it done, and it's just the beginning. The team we have is going to be a team that's going to build and continue to push forward. We're definitely not settling.
No.
We're happy. We're going to celebrate, but there's still more work to be. Man, I won't be there for the parade because we literally fly back on the 19th. So I'm like, yo, looking to change my flight, but it'll be about 5 to 6K with all my family. So that's not happening.
That's tough, man. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So
That's
I'll
tough.
be there for Vegas, and I'm definitely going to be there for banner night. That's going to be me releasing all of the trauma, the childhood trauma, and I'm just going to ball out, man, because I want to be able to experience what you guys are experiencing in person, man. I want to thank you guys for continuing to put on these shows, for giving people like us who are from the States but are out of the States just be able to have something to hold on to, man. When that clock hit 0-0, I just laid back on the hotel bed, man, and I just bawled like a baby. and man, and I told my wife, she said, you was crying. I'm like, you darn right I was crying. I said, this is years and years of we'll get him next year. We'll get him next year. And now we can finally say this was our year. Man, salute to KFTV. Yeah. Salute to the Knicks. Look, we need to get every single last one of those Knicks players on KFTV, because if you was listening to the broadcast, they were saying things, F them picks.
Yeah, oh yeah, they tapped in.
We don't know where that came from.
They tapped in, man. They're tapped in.
So if they're listening now because they probably hung-over, go ahead and show yourself to the true fan by the fan. This is KFTV.
Yeah.
Well, we're here to support you guys.
Deuce came through.
Deuce came through.
Josh
we got to get Mitch to come through. Josh came through.
Big country.
Come on, JB.
We still waiting on him. We still waiting on him. Hey, he's a busy guy now. He's a busy guy.
He's a busy guy, but hey.
We'll leave the light on for him. That's all. That's all I'll say.
We'll leave the light on for you,
we won't say no names. We'll just say, hey, whenever you're ready. But, hey,
the light is here.
We extend the invitation, as we always have, to this guy. And when he's ready, he'll come through, man.
Yeah. He'll show up. Yeah. You can do Newsday. You can do all them other things. Yeah. But you got to do KMTV. Give the fans what they want.
You can do The View, and, you want to talk to T. When you want to come talk to the fans, you know where to find us, man.
Come show up. Man, appreciate you guys, man.
Yeah.
I'll see you guys at Summer League.
Yes, sir.
Hey, let's run it back, man.
See you at Summer League, man. Abdul from San Diego. Long time day one of Knicks Fan TV. And, one of those people, man. One of those people that has been here with us through the lows. You always say through the highs and lows. No, through the lows, lows, and up to the highs, man. So, yeah. We'll leave the light on for a particular person. If he ever wants to pull up. That's all I'll say, man. We'll leave the light on for you, man. When the smoke clears, and let him relax and get his vacation on, enjoy the family and all of that. We'll leave the light on. He still wants to know who the mole is. Listen, there's no negotiations, okay? You already told me what was up. I made arrangements for you, and we haven't heard from you. So there's no negotiating from that, okay? That's that. You don't ask, Stephen A. Smith who the mole is, right? Why we gotta meet that standard? This is the number one show for the fans by the fans. So we'll wait for you. If it takes this year, next year, we will be here. Because the number one show for the fans by the fans ain't going nowhere, man. This is a people-led movement. And that's who we answer to. Okay? So there that is, man. Anyway, great show, everybody. We'll be back on Wednesday. Great show. Thanks again to the incomparable Nat Butler. Salute to the Replay Gang. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe. Share this with a fellow Knicks fan. This was a great episode and a great interview with one of the best, a legendary photographer, giving us his perspective from the lens. Okay, so we'll see you guys. We're hoping to have the mayor on tomorrow. We'll let you know if that's out there. You'll see it. Mayor Zoran Mamdani should be joining us, but again, hey, it's the mayor of New York City, very busy, so we had to reschedule yesterday. Hopefully we'll get him on for Wednesday. All right? You guys stay up, man. Like, share, subscribe. Remember that these shows are available in audio podcast format. Number one show for the fans, by the fans, man. Love y'all, man. We out of here. Peace.